Alright, man. Let's see. That is Moloch 3, that is not Moloch 2. Of course, Moloch 2 would have stuff. Of course. Alright. Traits unknown. Wow, this planet really likes water. It is a swamp, I guess that makes some sense. I was gonna mention things happening in Star Citizen. Things are happening in Star Citizen. Now, oh my god, are those the creatures that are like, that destroyed that one station? Now I feel scared. When you just do that. Oh my god. Also, the last comment I got was somebody who was like, okay, I've been to 300 planets, is it worth exploring more? And I'm like, maybe just the habitable planets. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that I'm like, everything's kind of terrible. And I would still say, I mean, it's not really great, but like, I mean, at least the planets look a little interesting and a little different and are varied and have terrain, or have, you know, have biomes. But yeah. I mean, here's hoping that, you know, I have my problems with Nyx 1 in Star Citizen, but here's hoping that that does look good. Because literally all the things that they're doing with Nyx 1, they could have done with Nyx 2, making an uninhabitable planet habitable. They even had lore in the old lore. Illicit Surgery Center. Fun. Yeah, so speaking of Star Citizen, Drake Defense Con is happening May 14th. Invictus is being... I don't know what exactly... I don't know why exactly, but Invictus launch week is like the IRL Memorial Day sale, and as a part of it, oh, aiming does a slow time thing. That's just for free. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, Drake Defense Con. Actually, I'm kind of excited by the premise of it, because I think it might be a lot more ships. It might be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do every ship. Like IAE. And it might be interesting to see in-game, like, oh, there's Drake Defense Con going on at the same time as Invictus, and, you know, in like 2 different systems. That could be cool. That could be interesting. But yeah. And, I mean, there are definitely a lot of potentially other things with like events going on and things that could happen. I've heard the recommendation that the convention center is getting used for like barter houses or like auction houses or bazaars or, you know, like player trading hubs. At least when things aren't happening, when there aren't big events. Which could be good. I mean, the only potential downside is that they're... I mean, like... Oh, yeah, no, go to the convention center, that's where the auction house is, except when there are events going on. And maybe that service is still available, just not, like, on full display or whatever. But I digress. Drake Defense Con is... I mean, it's gonna be interesting because we know that there's the Battlecruiser concept sale, the last concept sale they're ever doing, which I don't know. I mean, like, CIG aren't known for really keeping promises. Sometimes they say something and then I guess objectively do better. I don't know. They released the it depends on what you want to, how you want to look at it, right? They released the Idris. They said that they were going to release the Idris when Squadron 42 came out. Lo and behold, we have the Idris before Squadron 42 came out. So, I mean, I guess that could also be an indicator that Squadron 42 just took longer than they thought it was going to be. I don't know. There we go. I think there's still stuff to discover here. Well, there is more fauna. Need to look skyward here, but... yeah, so the Odin Battlecruiser, that's a thing. People were suspecting the Stingray is going to come out, the Kruger Intergalactic Stingray, which I'm excited for, but we don't know anything about it. So, like, I'm hopeful. I just want, like, I don't know what it would be, like a light gunship, I guess. Whatever the Freelancer Miss is. Which, like, the Freelancer Miss is just, like, you know, I don't know if a light freighter, I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, it's a medium ship. It's a medium ship that has been adapted with a variant for combat, but having that size of gunship, it's more suited to mopping up small fighters and dealing with similar sized ships. So, like, you know, Retaliators, Cutlasses, Vanguards, that kind of a thing. Has a little bit of cargo. You know, that would be cool. Maybe some drop seats to kind of use it as a carrier or as a dropship. But it could literally be a medium fighter. It could be a heavy fighter. It could be a bomber. It could be a ground bomber. It could be a ship bomber. A torp launcher. Torp thrower. Missile boat. Equally. equally likely. God, I could see them doing a thing where it's like Kruger Intergalactic bespoke torpedo launcher and having an option for a missile launcher. I could see that happening. Then there's Misk Starlight, which have, like, I don't know. Whatever the Starlight is going to be, I think it's going to be relatively small, and people are saying it's going to be a refueling ship. People are saying it's going to be a refueling ship a little bit too confidently, as if it's like a foregone conclusion. And you know what? I mean, like, I think they might have teased it being a refueling ship, actually. Okay, well, that's fine. Anything in the ocean? God, of course there's something in the ocean. I'm over encumbered, you say? Oh, also, what's the O2? 24%. I think that's like the upper limit of habitable. Anyway, yeah. What else was I? Oh, the Starlight is a name I really like. And I want to use that for something of my own, which, I mean, I still can, obviously, but just like I still hate the fact that we have the RSI Salvation that is just a small salvage ship. I think the Salvation is like... Salvation is too good of a name to just be, tied down to a fucking pun for a starter ship. I think that's insane. But I guess that's just me. Whoa! Sweet. I was gonna say, hey. Oh, resource spice. Look at that. Fat cockroach. Oh, can I not heal? I guess I can't heal in my vehicle. Oh my god, come on. Let's go. Let's go. What is happening? Oh shit. Jesus, I don't know what's happening. This stupid car. You're gonna tell me I can't heal right now, and like, I'm hitting the fucking button to get out of the vehicle, and nothing's fucking happening. I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. but I've bitten off more than I can chew. Got a little tummy ache. Gotta figure out... Okay, go south. South. Which I would appear to be doing... Okay. Sorry. So, yeah, the Misk Starlight is... I'm not... Well, I don't know. We'll see. There's still a little hope that maybe it's like a generalist ship, and I was like, oh, you know what, okay, I could get behind this, but we'll see. I think I'm kind of hoping that it's maybe like a Misk Hull A, but it's permanently extended. It's permanently extended, and it, and it has the external cargo grids, but like the main body, instead of it being this telescoping thing, the main body is like more internal space. I guess that's kind of what I want. What I really, really want. Tapeworm Grazer. Lovely. Also, this is... I don't know how this looks... It looks... In OBS, it seems like it might be a little bit better. Like, oh my god, this is, looks like a thing. Sealant? Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, also there's the Drake Pitbull, which literally just, like, showed up. I was like, what is this? Because there's the Drake Ironclad. Which is, you know, like, we know what it is. It's a concept sale, so, like, it's, you know, anticipated. You know, there's the whole thing with, like... And in Arden was like, hey... Drake has, you know, it's Defense Con. Yes, the Ironclad is being, you know, like overshadowed by the Odin, but you know, it's not the point. They also have the command module, which is like the Ironclad and the Caterpillar, you know, have a detachable command module, like a toy from the 80s or something. I guess, you know, I guess from a lot of time periods. But, you know, it is cool. It does seem like it could be pretty useful. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, so many illicit surgery centers. Huh? Okay. I don't think it's fair to say that that's the only thing I've seen, but yeah. What was I gonna say? Also, what is the gravity on this planet? 1.23? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Drake Pitbull, I don't know what it is. I think it would be kind of cool if the command module, if there was another ship. It's like, oh, okay, so there's the regular command module that comes with the Caterpillar. Maybe you can buy it separately as a standalone thing, because it is a ship in and of itself. And like, it has living quarters, it has seats for passengers. It really genuinely could be like its own thing. It'd be cool if there was a different ship that could also attach to the command module docking port, I think. You know, that could be interesting. But who knows? Because they also, like, I haven't seen it myself, but I've seen a video of it. And what they did was they took out, like, there was the top section that had 2 seats, and then sorry, that had like a pilot seat and a co-pilot seat right behind it, and then like in the back or the middle of the pod there was 2 additional support seats, and it was like, I don't know, the same reason like the Freelancer is a small ship that does not need, really does not need to have 4 crew, but it does. And genuinely, because it has 4 crew, like, it almost certainly is, like, losing out on some stuff. You know? Like, if they took out the seats, if they took out the extra beds, that ship would be so much better for it. But yeah. I'm trying to think, I mean, there is also, and it is also interesting because, well, so 4.8, I'm assuming that 4.8 is going to drop with Invictus / DefenseCon on May 14th, but it is currently April 30th. They could absolutely drop it next week, and then release a ship, let's say the Stingray, because the Stingray, the Kruger ship, is not supposed to, it's not on the floor. I mean, like, just because it's not being displayed on the floor doesn't mean it's not there, but let's be real, it should be there, right? If it's a new ship, unless it's actually much larger. Or potentially they're doing like some story with it, like, oh, maybe it's only available, or like it's so new that wasn't available to bring, or maybe Kruger explicitly hates Drake, which actually would make sense now that I think about it, because, well, Kruger used to be in Magnus. They moved out because Magnus kind of fell on some hard times, and then Drake came in, and Drake has a reputation, so I could see there being some bad blood between those two. Also, I don't know if I said, but I do like this sort of dryland savanna type biome and climate. I don't know if it's really accurate to say it's where I grew up, but it is a thing. It is a biome that you see in some parts of California, some parts of like Arizona, New Mexico. Alright, are we completely surveyed here? Okay. But yeah, defense cons, I don't know, I'm excited for it. I may want to move around some ships, and I'm a little terrified at that premise, but it is a thing I might want to do. Anyway, yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.